Every year in Bangladesh, 26,000 families lose their homes, land and livelihoods to erosion. Aisha Begum is one of them. Her family lost everything when the river washed away their land in 2001.
The problem was erosion from the river. We had no home, nowhere to go.
Aisha is one of 155,000 people who live on low-lying river islands in southeast Bangladesh. Known as chars, these islands are naturally formed from layers of silt carried in rivers flowing to the Bay of Bengal. Regular flooding and rising sea levels are continuously changing the coastline, creating new chars and eroding and submerging others. Aisha's family resettled on a newly formed char, and money was illegally extorted from them to occupy a plot of land.
The salinity of the water was very high, so we couldn't drink it. There were no wells, no ponds. Life was very difficult for us, too challenging.
There was also another difficulty. They faced an uncertain future, rebuilding their lives on land which they did not own. But then, 6 years ago, she and her family joined an ambitious and wide-ranging project, involving 6 different government agencies, 4 NGOs, and with funding from the International Fund for Agricultural Development and the Government of Netherlands. This project helped them gain rights to the land and the skills and finances to develop it. With training in fisheries, crop cultivation and cattle rearing, as well as access to microfinance loans, Aisha's family were able to start investing in their farming and livestock. But these investments were at risk, while this reclaimed land remained vulnerable to floods and erosion, so major investments were made to protect it from disasters, such as the building of raised roads, embankments, drainage canals and forest plantations. Meanwhile, the land was not only being secured physically, but also legally. Surveys were carried out to chart each plot, and legal hearings were held to assign land rights to new dwellers who possessed no land. So far, 11,000 families have received their land titles, giving them an incentive to increase their own investments.
When they got the land, they feel that that is our own land, so they will have to do something for the development of their households, their families, and also to explore the potentialities of the land.
And 4 months ago, Aisha's family received their official certificate, entitling them to full ownership of their land.
Now we have received title to the land. Now we have security.
Today, another 400 people are being presented with their land title certificates. Among them are Rima Akhtar and family, who were displaced 16 years ago. This legal document certifies that the land they occupy now belongs to both wife and husband in equal shares. And for the first time, many women have land rights.
I'm very happy that my name came first.
It has been a struggle for Rima and her husband to rebuild their lives, and they are now expecting a second child. Owning their own land, Rima says, gives them security for the future.
I am happy and delighted that our children will own this land. Their future is secured.
While 28,000 families have been helped to build new, more secure lives here, by 2050, 35 million people in the country's coastal areas are estimated to be at risk from rising sea levels. According to one of the project designers and evaluators, this kind of project can be expanded to help these vulnerable communities.
This holistic approach with interventions across a wide range of different sectors is a model for development of coastal communities and help them avoid the risks that could come about from climate change.
And now the government is planning to use this model and replicate it in other coastal char areas, so they can help the millions of families who are at risk to adapt to a changing climate, secure their land and build sustainable livelihoods.